All right. Welcome back.
We haven't been here for a while.
It's been 2 weeks and we appreciate all of the support and letting us have 2 weeks to ourselves.
Yeah.
But
There was
welcome back to 10 Years Down the Drain. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say that.
Welcome to the late night circus.
Um, like we said, we appreciate the 2 weeks of the break. It's been a lot. I'm currently Johnny's full-time caregiver.
Okay. All right. Well, this come out. Come out right now. This is why.
Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Gimpy.
Johnny had surgery 3 days ago.
Yes, I did, and it went
Yeah.
great.
It went great. It was
Thank
fine.
goodness for Flagstaff on a joint. They did a good job.
Yeah, we survived. Well, we're surviving.
Yeah. I don't know about me. I feel like I've just been on the edge of no tomorrow.
I mean,
But it's okay.
but we're doing it. I'm helping you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're doing it or I'm doing it.
I don't even know what I'm doing. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. But this is the whole point of this whole episode, which I really don't care. I don't want to figure out what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah. So let's recap the last episode from 3 weeks ago.
Rephrase that. Like, I do care about what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can rephrase that.
Yeah, I do care, but I'm not totally lost, everybody. I'm still here, but I think I said that wrong.
Your post-op nurse thought you were lost.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah. So, recap from last week, it was unapologetically weird. Well, I don't really know exactly what we talked about.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and my brain ain't that great.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I enjoy being weird. I have my weird shirt on today. It's great.
Oh, it's freaking awesome. You should turn around and show that thing, dude.
I don't think we should.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll just let people's mind wonder what the back of my shirt
says. The whole
says.
point is just randomly saying stuff, and people are like, "What the did you just say?"
I do that all the time.
I mean,
how about your mom the other night when I was saying stuff?
She's like, "Don't be what? Don't be saying that." I'm like, that's just our humor, Mom. It's okay.
So
we're not serious.
Well, episode 8 is called "The Joy of Not Giving a Fuck,"
and which is something that I found to bring a lot of joy in my life for sure. Is not who cares? Like, I don't know. Not worrying about little things and things that little things that piss you off. Who cares? Like, I think a lot of things that people get pissed off about, like, they don't ever step back and look, like, why am I getting mad about this right now? I think that's what we're wanting to talk about.
Yeah, and I think when we say that, when we say, like, the joys of not giving a fuck, like, there's certain things we give a fuck about, right?
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Like work, even though you have what you have going on.
But even at work,
I think it's just more of the joys of not giving a fuck is your mindset is you are literally just doing what you have to do and you're, like, blocking out all the other bullshit.
Yes.
Like, who gives a fuck if I look like Adam Sandler all the time? I don't.
And if somebody wants to judge, I don't give a fuck. What do you think?
Yeah,
it's pretty fun, actually.
It is.
It is really fun. I enjoy it. Yeah. Because we give each other shit all the time. I'm like, are you judging me right now?
No. Well, I usually say yeah. I am judging you. I'm judging you.
You get the duck lips, like, sorry about it. It's kind of fun.
It is. But I think, too, with us, like, our friendship is very strong, which I think is so funny is because people are always thinking there's something else going on between us.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, like, if it was me and another girl, like, they wouldn't think anything of it. Or if it was you and another guy, like, they wouldn't think anything of it. Like,
Which is,
I've posted a lot of, like,
in your case,
friendship
it's been
things.
fun in your case.
What?
I don't have people wondering.
I know, a lot of people wonder about me.
I know, they want to know.
They don't know if I'm straight. They don't know if I'm lesbian. They don't know anything.
What Mariah's all about. Nobody cares about. Everybody knows what I'm doing. Not a goddamn thing.
Sitting on the couch.
Not a goddamn. Well, now, yeah.
I don't know. I
I
just
got a
think
plate
it's
in my
funny
foot.
because like we've said this all along is like having somebody who's going through the same thing as you
Yeah.
is it's a huge plus. And like we've said, we have our bubble. Like we say some very off the wall things. Like your mom was like, "Don't be saying that when I'm here," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
At the same time, it's very hard to have that certain person that you can just reflect and say anything to and be honest and have no care in the world.
Mhm.
Like, it's hard to have that person. I know everybody does have that specific person, but if it's your parents, yeah, you can talk to your parents about anything, but do you talk about your everything?
Everything.
Do you have that person?
Yeah.
It's hard to, I mean, I'm not saying, I mean, me and Mariah here, we known each other for a long time, but
yeah,
I mean,
22 years. We did the math the other day.
I haven't. I mean, there was a long period of time where I haven't ever talked to her. But you know what? Like, I've been this way with all of my friends. Like,
once
but
you
specifically, I don't just.
Mhm.
But
I think that's the thing about like childhood friends, right? Is like you're the same Johnny Stewart I've known since 6th grade.
yeah, and I don't like change.
I like change, but you don't. But I mean,
like to be myself.
It's just so nice to have those friends that you can go years and years and years and not talking to them, and then you pick up.
Yeah,
just like, and awesome. That's how we always are. Like, I don't know how many times we've gone years and years and years and not talking, and we just pick up. Like, what? We're 33 now. You were staying at my apartment when I was 21.
Yeah.
So I mean, like that was what, over 10 years ago, but we still picked up like right where we left off.
And I don't remember a thing about that time.
You don't? We were drinking like, what is that, turkey whiskey or whatever? Oh. You threw up in the firefighter's front yard?
Yeah. Hey, past time. We don't even talk about that.
But I mean, like,
I know it was a good time.
Well, I mean I think that too shows people like how our friendship is, which this is the joy of not giving a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck what people think. If people think like we're together, then whatever. I mean, like, as long as you and I know what it is, that's it.
It's fine, and that's the joy of not giving a fuck.
Oh yeah, and I think too, especially with you.
You know what? People freaking they feed off of that. I don't know what it is.
That we don't care.
Wondering.
Yeah, I get into a lot of questions about.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't either.
I don't ever think. I don't even care. I don't give a shit about anybody does.
You know, it's kind of funny how people are always asking and wondering, but yet, like, I don't see them. They just like message me and wonder like what's going on with you and I, and I'm like, it's just nice to have a friend that's down to go do whatever you want.
I think they're missing that. The friendship with somebody. They're so freaking bored out of their mind. They don't know what to do, and they're like, gosh dang, I wish I had that.
I'm going to be conceited as fuck right now.
Well, conceit.
I do have to say, those people are jealous because I'm a damn good private nurse.
You've done a real damn good job.
Yeah.
I'm not going into details, but it's anything.
We haven't even taken pain medicine, okay? No. We've been on it.
I'm pretty high tolerant on pain.
Yeah, but I'm saying I've stayed on top of your med schedule, and I've made sure you ate.
Yeah.
I did your laundry. I'm for hire if you want to know.
Hey, you put the laundry in the washer, and you put the laundry in the dryer, and you put the laundry in the basket, and I
took the basket back there.
Separated it and put the thing hangers in there, and I folded my undies, and I did my thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't totally useless.
I hung up your shirt.
I could. Yes, you did, because I asked.
So I mean, that's why I said no wonder these people are wondering what's going on between us, because
It's
I'm
okay.
I'm all right human being.
Do
I've talked shit the whole time.
I feel freaking like, I've been kind of freaking pissed off lately because I hate this. Can't do nothing. I'm a person that's always doing something. Oh, and then when I can't do something,
it irritates you.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she's getting irritated because I don't ever ask for help. I just do it.
I don't like that you're... Okay, this is the nurse in me, but I don't like when you're fucking going down the stairs and you don't ask for help and you have those fucking crutches going down the stairs.
Let me fall.
And you're not supposed to go downstairs in crutches.
Let me fall.
No, actually. You fall. Because then I'm going to be stuck taking care of you even longer.
Well, it's okay.
So, I mean, like, today I worked out and he sat out there and watched me work out.
I didn't. I was on my phone.
No, not creepy. Yeah.
I was on my phone. I just wanted to get out of the house. We went for a walk down the street because I need some vitamin D.
That was
on my scooter.
Mm-hmm.
I was scootering along.
Yeah. So,
one-legged.
You ready to talk about... We don't have a lot to talk about this week, and it's probably because we've been dealing with our personal and professional life. More so Johnny's personal and professional life.
There ain't nothing professional about this.
I filled out so much fucking paperwork.
Okay. Thank freaking God for her being there. Because if I would have went there by myself, I probably wouldn't have got the shit done that I needed to get done. Or asked the questions that I needed to ask. Because I have no fucking clue about that. I know. And I appreciate every fucking thing that she does.
Bub. How are you, Bubby?
Yeah. You know. It is what it is.
Do I want to kick you in the knee every once in a while? Yeah,
kick me right there in the fucking ankle. Right there. Right there in the fucking
It's
ankle.
fine. So.
Break the other one.
I think with the joy of not giving a fuck is people's opinions don't matter, just the one you have of yourself. I mean, I've been called a lot of names recently. I don't know.
That's one thing about
I kind of embrace it, though.
I hate fucking... People can have an opinion.
Everybody
has a right to have an opinion.
Yeah.
But does it bother me?
No. It doesn't bother me.
Fuck.
You know, I love when I get name called or, like, talked... I don't know if it's, like, talked down to, but name called, I love that. And, like, I'll embrace it. I'm like, yeah, I am a bipolar fucking bitch. Like, thank you so much for noticing. I wasn't even trying to hide it. I don't care. Have you been called anything recently? Probably behind your back.
I had probably behind the back for sure. But they know they're wrong. That's why I never said it to my face.
You know,
but
we had that conversation the other day.
Somebody did think tonight that they knew me.
Oh God. Who? Oh God, at the store, Johnny.
Yeah. They're like, hey, brother, how are you doing? I'm like, I don't know if I know you. He's like, well, we were in the service. I was like, I never was in the service, dude. How are you doing? Not very well. You see this foot right now? Not very good.
Oh, my God.
I was like, well, thank you for serving our country, and I walked away.
Yeah.
But
I think that, like I said, like, being called names and, like, just, letting it, like, who gives a fuck if somebody calls you a bitch? Who cares if somebody calls you an asshole? Like, I just embrace it.
Just laugh about it.
I'm like, yeah. You know what gets me, though, is, like, I think maybe you could probably understand this more than anybody, is, like, you truly know who I am.
Yeah.
Like, I am very well aware that I can be an asshole. I'm very well aware that I'm kind of a fucking bitch. Like, I'm very well aware of that. But those are the people who don't know me how, like, for example, like, you know me.
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't say this shit unless I have to.
Exactly.
Yeah. But also, like, my thing is, too, is, like, I won't say something if I don't think I can say it to your face.
True.
Yeah. And I think that's a huge thing. And I think that's a huge thing for people.
Do you think there's a lot of that is respect in the situation that you're in?
What do you mean? Respect?
Not saying something?
It's very rarely that I don't say something.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. But I'm saying when you feel like you shouldn't say it, you're a little bit of respectful, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I know when to hold my tongue. I know when I shouldn't say something. But, like, I also know, like, I have, like, my very few people who I can trust and call and just, like, be like, I need you to just listen to me, bitch, for 2 seconds, and I get it out, and then I'm done. Like, I did that with you today.
Yeah.
I, like, shut the door, and I was like, I gotta let it go.
Yeah.
And then I was done.
Well, and you've seen a part of me tonight.
A part of you
like,
tonight?
I don't. It takes a lot for me to just be like, you know what? I need something going right for me right now, and this ain't happening. I need something to happen right now.
Oh,
like, I have my patience goes out the window pretty. Not fast. I have patience with my kids for sure, but when it comes to stupidity, I cannot take it.
Oh no, we're gonna get them riled up again.
I can't take it.
Yeah, no, I get it. But, like, I was sitting here cracking up, but I was like, dude, like, you're not, and part of my point of, like, cracking up is, like, you're not wrong. Like, it's, like, I mean, like, your kid, like, okay, so, for example, like, last week when this dumbass, and I can say dumbass, broke his fucking ankle, and he was like, my ankle's not broken, and I told him, I was like, I'm pretty sure your ankle's broken. So, I see the kids, like, what, 2 days after that or something like that, or a day after that, and his kid goes, we get to stay here forever because Dad doesn't have to go to work. And I just kind of, like, started fucking laughing. And I was like, you know what, dude? Like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I respond to things. I just laugh, and I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong.
That's how you have to be, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Life's freaking trials. You gotta freaking just whatever.
And then your middle one was like, they see me rolling because he's got a scooter, and I just, like, start laughing. I'm like, dude, like, how can you yell at a child or somebody when they're not wrong?
We can reenact this moment here. We were getting ready for school. This is 7:00 in the morning. Okay.
And I helped Johnny get the kids to school.
Rolled out of bed. I was able to catch my scooter rolling out, right? So I rolled out of my room in my scooter, and then I started going down the hall, and then my middle child is down at the end. And you know what he does? They see me rolling. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah. I loved it. I loved everybody.
We got the peanut gallery in the background. Laughing. I'm like, I don't have time for this shit right now. We gotta go to school.
Oh, I couldn't stop. I was like, dude, they're like, you cannot physically yell at somebody when they're not wrong. Like, adult, children, whoever, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. Like, like when your youngest is
I
like,
was kind of
we're gonna stay here forever, and I was like,
straight-faced sourpuss at the time. But I still didn't care. I was just like, get ready for hey, shut up, and let's get ready for school, okay? I know I'm rolling on my scooter. I just got out of bed. Done.
I can't. Like, even if it's an adult, a drunk person, I'm never gonna tell anybody they're, like, I'm gonna laugh and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're not.
What is that
fucking
saying?
wrong.
What is it? Hello world, or what do we say?
What
gosh dang it.
What do we say?
That's what I was thinking the time that he said that. Like,
there's nothing more honest than a child.
Good morning, hello, Earth, or whatever the heck. What do we say?
Good morning, world.
Earth, or the world says hello.
That's from Willy Wonka. Yeah. Good morning. The Earth, the world, or the Earth says hello.
That's how I felt when he said, "They see me rolling." I'm like,
"Good morning."
The world says hello. I'm like, get your bag together. Let's go. We're gonna go to school.
Yeah.
Did you do your homework?
So.
Do you want a sandwich or do you want a freaking pancake?
We reared off of these people's opinions don't matter. But I think this is a huge topic that I've seen that you have worked on since we started all this. So, not giving apologies.
Like saying sorry?
Yeah, you've worked on that. But I also, god dang, dude, I'm a freaking klutz today.
Does this thing have wheels?
No, not like your scooter.
Well, why are you moving so much?
I don't know. I'm fidgety.
I'm just kidding.
I'm ADHD.
All right.
But no, not giving apologies. Like, I feel like that you've worked on that, but you know how I've said it's like I don't think people need to apologize for their feelings, how they feel, or their opinion. I don't think you need to apologize for that.
My thing was, it was such a routine.
I know, but you've done a really good job. God, I keep hitting this. You've done a really good job breaking out of, like, saying sorry. Yeah.
Probably because it's like, the one thing that helped me probably was you saying, what are you sorry for? And that makes me think a lot.
Yeah.
And then that kind of broke me out of that.
Yeah.
Which, I think a lot of people do, like, resort to, I'm sorry. And they don't even think about it. They just say, I'm sorry. Like,
so, sorry to interrupt you, but I think that goes back to, like, a trauma response. And like I've said from the get-go, like, I'm not trying to shame our exes. I'm not trying to say that they are or they aren't. I am saying that's like a narcissistic trauma response. Because I've looked deeply into this because I think I told you, like, once everything ended with my ex, I looked deep down into the narcissistic ways because I was trying to figure out, like, if you know how I always say I'm the problem. I really try to look in to see if I was the problem.
Yeah.
Like, truly looked in and I was like, is it me? And I even asked, like, my mom, if you're listening, God only knows, you've been trying for months. My mom is, like, my one person who I can go to and she'd be straight honest with me. Like, yeah, you are the narcissist, or yeah, you are the problem. And so I went to her, and, like, if you know my mom, you would totally understand. But I went to her and I was like, Mom, I've done some really, like, deep digging into this, and I'm concerned that I'm a narcissist. And she was, and you know how my mom is. She's like, you know what, Mariah? Let me sleep and think about this really quick. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude, my mom is going to tell me I'm a narcissist. But then she came back to me the next day and she goes, I thought really deep about this, but I don't think you're the narcissist. And I was like, okay. I mean, I don't necessarily think that I am the victim in all of this because I think it plays both roles. But I've caught myself doing the same thing you do, is always saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
So
and it's just
think
like,
that's like what a narcissist does to a person.
It makes you feel like it's your
you
problem.
Think it's your fault. That's just, I totally agree.
Yeah. And I think that too is like the joys of not giving a fuck is you don't have to fucking apologize. You don't have to apologize for what you're doing. You don't have to apologize for the way you feel. You don't have to apologize for your opinion. Like, I just don't think that anybody should have to apologize for that.
No.
And, like, I think
I have grown through this whole thing of, that's why this whole episode is not giving a fuck. And it's brought me a lot of joy because I've realized a lot of things, like what I was doing, like,
why?
Yeah,
why?
Like, I think about myself and a lot. And why am I thinking this way?
I really, and I don't think people truly understand, like, when I tell Johnny, like, I'm really, like, you've had a rough 2 weeks, but I'm still very proud of you. Like, you're still getting through it. You're still doing what you want to do. Like, you're still handling shit
Yeah.
on top of all the other shit that you're doing
Yeah.
and have going on. Like, you're still doing you. And it's awesome.
It is great. It has been hard for me. It's been taking a toll on me since this whole thing has been happening. But you know what? Just pushing forward is my whole thinking. It's like, well, I might just sit here and joke about, and sometimes I'm serious. Like, I don't feel very good. I'm not okay.
I know.
But
well, I can
tell. Know that it takes me a little bit to get over it, but I do, and I just move on. Mm-hmm. Because it's not worth freaking just sitting here dwelling over stuff. Yeah. Like, I know it's gonna pass. All these trials are gonna pass for me.
Yeah, you're just gonna get over it.
And the not giving a shit or an F about.
Why won't you say fuck now? You said it earlier. A shit or a F. A shit or a fuck.
I'm just talking.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't make me fucking get all pissed off. Yeah. But seriously though, I have grown from it. I have. I'm a totally different person than what I used to be.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be that person ever again.
Basically, I know. I love that for you.
I don't like to. I'm not gonna take stupid shit anymore. Like, I really don't give a fuck about what you say.
No.
Even though, if something doesn't work out for me, I'm gonna tell you how it is. Mm-hmm. Did I do that before? Yeah, sometimes, but not like now. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No. I think too, like, that is just like, you don't need that stressor.
No.
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 I don't need
but
that
it is
stressor.
Joy. There's a lot of joy.
There's a joy. Oh, you know how I am. There's a joy when I don't give a fuck and people stare. Like, what the fuck? I don't care.
Yeah, that's great.
Enjoy the show.
And it's big. It's a big show.
Like the back of my shirt.
Midnight Circus.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so the last topic that we wrote down is breaking up with FOMO. I think that's huge for people. Breaking up with FOMO, so staying in and not missing out on anything. So I don't know if anybody knows what the whole acronym FOMO stands for, fear of missing out. I think that's a huge thing, especially when you were in a relationship, you guys went out, you did stuff, and then now you're trying to figure out this whole being single and like not going out. I don't necessarily know if you have that problem.
Because I never had that. Yeah. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't. I've had a lot of friends and that wanted me to go out and go do stuff, but I never did. I didn't really care for it. Mm-hmm. I kind of matured from that a long time ago. But
yeah, dude, like, you know how I am.
It doesn't bother me.
I love being in my bed. Fuck, dude. Yeah. Like, you want me to be out, like, fucking running amok? Nah, dude.
Hey,
I want to be in my bed.
If you guys like to freaking sleep, I can sleep all day. Even though if I slept all night long, I'll still sleep till about 11
You know what, though? That's because we're shift workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because we're shift workers. I think more other shift workers would understand when your schedule's not always the same. And
no. Yeah. And it has been different for me. I've actually recuperated from sleeping. From being, gimpy. I can't go nowhere now. But, getting normal sleep
it's nice.
is crazy town for me.
Yeah.
I've went 12 years for just not getting any sleep all the time to sleeping, and now I'm getting it. It's totally different.
Yeah. But I think breaking up with FOMO, like having the fear of missing out, like I think, we've talked about this, is like, I'll be honest, I was in a fucking spiral when all of my shit was going down, like separating from my ex and like figuring everything out and like all the shit that I had to deal with. I was in a downward sweat. I was in a spiral. Like I needed to be out doing something all the time. Gym, river, drink. I was drinking a lot. I mean, I still drink, but I was drinking a lot
Yeah.
when I was in my spiral, and I finally hit me to like, I don't. I can go out and have fun when I need to. I don't have to do it all the time and
Yeah.
have like this like I'm missing out on something because I mean
Yeah.
like honestly you're not really missing out on anything. You're just in the spiral, right?
Yeah.
And I just hit me. I was like either this can control my life and how I react to this and think that I need to be out and not handling like being an adult, or I can take control of it and buck up.
Yeah.
And
Which is
so
which is really hard to get the
yeah.
hang of
And then I
because
just, like if I didn't want to go do, if I didn't want to go do something like go to the river with somebody or, like go out, because I was doing that a lot last summer. I just was like, no, I'm not gonna go. And then like I just had a peaceful day night at my house, like gym, meal prep, dogs. It's great.
and you relax.
I don't even care that I missed
You
out.
don't care
Yeah.
because what did it give you anyway?
What?
If
Missing
you went
out?
out,
Going
if you
out?
went out, what did
I,
that give you?
I got backed up on like my plans for like what I needed to do. Like like being an adult,
Yeah.
right? Like laundry, cleaning, like getting my house life situated. Like I'm
Yeah.
not saying that should be a
But
priority,
what?
but
But was it worth it?
was it worth it
Was
going
it worth
out?
it going out? Was it
No.
worth it
I could do it at
to?
any other time. Like
Yeah.
I still can do it. And I think too like I don't your life's a little different. But for me as a single female who works two jobs, who pays her own bills and like has her own house, and I'm not trying to sound like a cocky motherfucker, but like
Well,
I
no,
do
what?
all that, like that's something that like as an adult you have to handle. I
Yeah.
can't just go out and fuck around all the time.
No.
Like
Yeah.
do I have spurts of fucking around? Yeah, I have spurts of going out and fucking around and being on the river and drinking and having a good time.
Which is fine.
Yeah, but I also realized like you gotta throw a little bit of responsibility in there.
Yeah.
Like Rugrats, it costs some responsibility.
Yeah. And
Mm. Yeah.
sometimes when you go off your rocker and you have a wild hair, you might break your foot.
You might break an ankle. But I mean, like, I don't. I think that's okay though. Like I
It's
think it's okay
okay.
to go off of your rocker every
It is.
now and then,
But you know what?
but you need to have your own come to Jesus moment.
That was my come to Jesus.
And 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 everybody needs a come to Jesus moment when they're going through like the hardest time in your life, like a
Yeah.
divorce or a separation or whatever it is. Like you just
Yeah.
need to do what you need to do and then have your own come to Jesus moment,
Yeah.
right?
But anyways.
So but I think with that coming said of like fear of missing out, like you're truly not missing out on anything.
No.
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 It's always I think too is like there's always going to be like something else, right?
Oh, for sure.
There's always going
But
to be
you know
another
what? Like for me,
baseball game, another football game, another time
for
you can
me
do that.
though, like when it comes to missing out, like I feel like such a flake because there's been a lot of times. A lot of people ask me to go do stuff,
I know
right?
they do. Yeah.
And I'm like, I already know what's gonna happen.
You're going to break your
I already know
ankle.
what's gonna happen. I already know what it's gonna be. Like I've already went around that block a lot of times. Like I
Yeah.
know. I
Mhm.
mean, it's really
Yeah.
not worth it. Am I gonna
It's
have
not.
that? Am I really missing out?
No.
Am I really?
You're
No,
not.
I'm not.
You're
I know what it's gonna
you're
be.
going to act
can
like you're
have-
14
I can have
again.
just as much fun
Jesus Christ.
sitting here. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where I am, in my house or I just like doing
In my backyard.
what I like. I just if
Yeah.
you ain't here with me, then you're and enjoying the time, then I don't know what to tell you. Like I always entertain people and had people over and stuff like that, which is fun.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, it didn't really like it was fun, yeah. But I mean, it doesn't
But
like it, when another time comes up. I mean, with family, it's different. Like
yeah.
I hate missing out on family stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to just, oh, you want to go have a few drinks over here at this place, blah blah blah, I really don't care. Like if I miss out, I miss out. I mean, I'm not missing out.
Honestly,
Like I really am not.
like when I got into town, like I didn't want to go to the local bar.
Yeah.
I like had so much fun just sitting in your freaking garage.
It's, I don't know, and I've probably said this before. Like I just don't like the drama that comes in to play in those situations. I just freaking can't stand it.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I think we're both that way. Is like we
but
don't
it would
want
be different. Okay,
that kind
so
of
like
drama.
if me and you wanted to go out, right?
Oh, we would start some
We want to
shit.
go to freaking Topgolf.
Oh,
I would have a freaking blast because it's just. I mean, if we talk to people, we meet people, it's fine. I mean, I think I'm having a good time at that point. But if people like want to get a group going, and you know this group every time you go out with them, it's the same. It's just something that you just know you don't want to deal with. You know what's gonna happen. Like I just hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I get that.
But
so, are we concluding this episode?
We're gonna conclude this episode.
So the joy of not giving a fuck, Johnny. What's our conclusion? It's great.
It's great. Do you need it? I mean, everybody's got to figure out that not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And those not give a fuck moments and decision makings happens every freaking day.
I think it's more of like you have your responsibilities as like adults.
Yeah.
Or as human beings. So you have those are the ones you want to carry out. But when it comes to like stupid shit that's not gonna affect like that doesn't really matter, like going out, missing out on something, like
just because you're best friend,
apologizing for your feelings, like fuck that. Who's your best friend?
Who's my best friend?
Yeah.
You're my best friend right now.
Why do you have to say it loud and proud?
Right, Paige. You're my best friend. You and me are like pea and carrot. Mama said these are my magic shows.
Can't stand you. If anybody's out there listening, please send help to me.
When I got to the end of that road, I just turned around and I just
because
kept
this is
on
what
running.
I have to deal with. I had to sign a paper that I was going to be responsible for him.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, I think this is the end of this episode. Yep. We appreciate it. We appreciate feedback.
Thanks for our 2-week
We want to know what your don't give a fuck is.
Yeah. Let's hear about what you don't give a fuck about.
We want to know.
Yeah.
Back to life. Back to
I was just going to say, just remember you're the guac.
You're the fucking guac.
You're the fucking guac.
Remember that. Don't
also,
forget it.
Please send help for me. I ask Johnny's mom every day for help. I'm like, help me. Help me.
I'm still going to be again for a little bit. So, ladies and gents.
For a little bit. For a while.
Well, for a while. So, we'll get the next episode out.
Yeah. On time. We're only going to do 10 unless we hear about something. But our plan is 10. This is 8. So, there's 2 more.
Life is really hard for me right now. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm still pushing on. Still driving forward. Still paving the road. A lot to come in my freaking future, but
yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Does that
mean
the guac? We'll see you next week.